Hi guys! Man, it feels so good to be back doing what I love, and that is makeup. Today I'm going to review and compare the two CC creams, It Cosmetics CC cream, this is just the original formula, and the Chichi Super CC cream. So if you guys are interested in my thoughts on these two products, then please just stay tuned. And of course, if you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe, give me some love and share, click, give me some comments, be like, yo, Joe, what up? And please click that notifications button down below to let you guys know every time I post a new video. Heads up, I am a mom of 3. It gets a little bit difficult these days, but my love is always for makeup, so I'm going to do my best to keep these reviews and all that good stuff rolling for you guys. Now, this is kind of cool because this is an Australian product, so it's very accessible in Australia and New Zealand. A little bit harder to get if you live on the other side of the world like me. I'm in the USA, so this is very, very accessible. It's available from Ulta, Sephora, and the It Cosmetics website. I basically wanted to show you guys an alternative, hopefully, I don't know, we're going to test it out, an alternative if you're not in the USA. These are going to be great even if you have oily skin. Now, I know they say to stay away from products like this if you have oily skin, and that's why they've developed a matte formula of the CC cream from It Cosmetics. I kind of don't believe in that because I think oils on your skin are really healthy. They keep your skin very moisturized and supple looking, quite youthful. It's all about managing those oils. So products like this, when you set them with the powder, I think they can be fine on an oily skin. I have pretty normal to oily skin. It comes out more in the summertime, but I still wear my CC and BB creams in the summertime for that SPF 50 or 30 factor that is important in your makeup, and even more, it's going to play more of a role if you're wearing that underneath your makeup as well. So it's all about sun protection. However, I feel like it's not really geared towards any specific skin type. I think if you've got dry skin, mature skin, young skin, skin sensitivity, anything like that, I think you can get away with these kind of products. I'm coming into my 30s, I am in my 30s officially, and I think it's really important to think about what I'm putting on my face as opposed to just a cheap foundation that's just going to cover. I do want coverage, but I don't need a lot of coverage, but I really do want something that's going to claim to have good skin benefits as well. Okay, so before we get started, on a more serious note, there have been massive bushfires breaking out throughout a lot of Australia. It kind of hit home a little bit more for me because although I'm not in New Zealand anymore, I'm in the USA. Australia is very close to New Zealand, and as a result of the bushfires, New Zealanders are seeing the sky in red, yellows, oranges, and smelling the smoke from it, and it kind of hits my heart a little bit harder because New Zealand is my home and Australia is our neighbour. I'm very devastated for them. It's really heartbreaking that all of this is taking place at the moment. So for 7 days, Chichi Cosmetics is donating 100% of their online site sales to 2 organisations involved with helping out the bushfires in Australia, and that is to the Country Fire Authority and the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. So if you guys are interested in any Chichi products at the moment, the profits are going towards a very good cause. So I urge you guys, if you are wanting to purchase anything at the moment, do it through their website, and on top of that you receive free shipping. What you have to do is type in the code FREESHIP OZFIRES for worldwide shipping as well, and to get that 100% of that sale donated to those fire organisations. Okay, so first I want to talk about their CC cream. Now, I am a devout lover and believer in the BB Super Cream by Chichi. I have a kind of brief video on some of the Chichi products that I've used. They were kind of my go-to brand when I lived in New Zealand, and it was very accessible, and they always had sales on them. So, but I'm going to leave that link down below for you guys to check out. So I'm going to go over some of the details with you guys about the CC cream, talk about the formula, and apply it to my face. Basically, I'm going to do half of my face with the Chichi and half of my face with the It Cosmetics. It's got caviar extract and 30 skin conditioning agents, rich antioxidant formula, skin rejuvenating, ultra moisturizing, and color correcting. It's got an SPF of 30, and this is the shade Fair. Super moisturizing, color correcting, multi-benefit CC cream that is suitable for all skin types and contains more than 30 essential skin conditioning agents, which guarantee that your skin will look radiant with a natural, healthy, and even even looking glow even if you don't need color correcting. Formulated with the powerful active caviar extract, highly antioxidant, super moisturizing and soothing, as well as a wealth of vitamins, minerals and botanical extracts to help soothe and repair dry skin. It's the same kind of deal as the IT Cosmetics CC cream. Makeup meets skincare, tinted cream formula with SPF 30, to be worn as light foundation with benefits, or as a primer to help reduce the appearance of redness, sallowness, blemishes and other skin imperfections. Super CC cream is only available in 5 shades. You've got fair, light, medium, medium to tan and tan. So it's not a huge color range, but it can still work. To be honest, I haven't used this too much. I'm just trying to get through it because I really love the BB cream, and I feel like this is going to be the closest thing that I find to it right now because it is harder to get my hands on. In New Zealand, I think it retails at the Farmer's Store for $39.99 New Zealand, and then it's quite often that they have like buy one get one free or buy two get one half off or whatever it is. And then on the website, I think it's about $32.99, I want to say Australian, but it will vary depending on what currency you're working with. So it is very affordable. You get about 50 grams of product in this, and it's only tested on friends and family, so you don't have to worry about that. Sorry, it's designed in Australia, made in South Korea. That's kind of cool because South Korea is really well known for their BB and CC creams. So that is the Chichi Super CC cream. Going on to talk about the Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum SPF 50 UVA UVB. Oh my word, okay. Somebody else mentioned that IT Cosmetics do a number on their titles. They really do, because I can't even get through that, okay? I've also got this in the color Fair, and this comes in 32 milliliters. So you do get less product in this, but from what I understand, you do not need a whole lot of it. The IT Cosmetics CC cream is available in 12 shades, which is significantly more. I think they did up their shade range, so it wasn't always that much. So that's fair to deep, which is pretty deep. And it doesn't really talk about the undertones or anything. So it says, develop with plastic surgeons, Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream with SPF 50. Also, it does have a high SPF in it as well, to the Chichi Super CC cream. It is your #1 best-selling, award-winning color correcting cream that delivers 7 products in one, including your full coverage foundation, hydrating anti-aging serum, and SPF 50 plus physical sunscreen. Your multitasking beauty miracle provides clinically tested hydration while diffusing the appearance of skin imperfection for flawless looking coverage that won't crease or crack. Infused with hydrolyzed collagen, peptides, niacin, hyaluronic acid, antioxidants and vitamins, the skin loving full coverage foundation diffuses the look of wrinkles, minimizes the appearance of pores and gives you a luminous, supple, flawless looking complexion. It's truly your must have for instant complexion perfection. Those are massive claims, pretty much exactly what the other CC cream says, but these are really big claims. Who knows, I guess you're only going to see the benefits if it is skincare over time. I can't tell you from a one-off deal, but it does retail for $39 or $38, and when you convert that to Australian or New Zealand dollars, it's around $50. So for less product, for something that might be potentially the same, it is a huge price leap, so bear that in mind. But let's test them out half and half and see what the dealio is. So I've got my pretty little headband. I'm going to split them halfway down so you guys can see how they both apply in the formulas. I think I'm going to start with the Chichi Super CC cream, and we're going to talk about its consistency, the formula, and how it sits on my skin. If you guys can see, I'm going to give you guys a nice juicy close-up. I don't have a lot of problematic skin. I'm quite blessed. Like, I don't really have issues with it. If anything, I've just got a bit of acne scarring and a little bit of redness more around my nose kind of area, but my skin overall is in pretty good nick. It's not bad. Obviously, as I'm getting older, I've got more fine lines kind of creeping in around my eyes and my forehead from tiredness, 3 kids. I've got a little bit of sallowness and dark circles around my eyes, but nothing too extreme. The coverage doesn't need to be full when I'm applying products like this, which is why I'm drawn more to like a light product as opposed to a heavy foundation. I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques blending sponge. Put it out on my hand like such. Okay, so this is the color light that we've got to work with, and it's not thick and it's not heavy, but let's see how it applies. Basically, when I apply something on my face, I like to just dot it and see how it goes. For the sake of these products claiming to be primers, I'm not going to put a primer down just so we can see how it does on its own. So this has got quite a warm undertone to it. It's definitely not too yellow and it's not too pink. So let's just see how it blends. It feels a little bit thick, but again, see how it goes. Okay, just gonna get my sponge and go to town on that. The coverage is fair, like it's not bad, it's definitely not full coverage, but it's not too light either, it's not too sheer. I find their BB cream has got quite a light coverage, but I do prefer that. This undertone is really more neutral, I would say. It's not too yellow and it's not too pink. It matches me quite nicely, but in terms of it being the fairest, yeah, nah, I don't think so. There are people fairer than I, and I don't think that this cuts the mustard. And to really get like a build on it, you do need a bit more product. Yeah, because I used all of that and that was a pretty decent pump. It sits really nice, it's got quite a nice glow to it. So for the sake of just not putting on too much, I'm not going to go too ham on it, but let's just zoom in and see what it did do. So it's got a really nice sheen to it. It's not too oily or shiny or anything, but it does have a nice glow. There's still a bit of redness peeking through around my nostrils, so that hasn't covered completely. My scarring is pretty well covered, and I think the color match is quite spot on. So this is my other side, just, you know, things like moles, a bit of redness around my nose. So the coverage is good. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but I wouldn't say that it's light coverage either. It does have a pretty decent coverage to it. I'm gonna do a little bit more just to see how it covers, especially around my eyes, because I'm just starting to get darker circles around here, so I do want to see if it covers a little bit more. And my nostril. Yeah, it didn't do too much, but it's okay. It's got a really nice kind of like light formula to it, but I would say it's still got a tackiness to it as well. Yeah, it doesn't completely set down, it does still have a tackiness to it, but that really to me doesn't matter because that's what powder is for. So let's go on with the IT CC cream and see how that comes up against it. I'm going to try to basically apply the same amount on the other side of my face. So let's go to town. Ooh, okay, first thing I notice is that it is definitely more yellow. So I don't know how ideal that is when you're fair. Let's see. So this is the Chichi CC cream. It's definitely pulls more pink, or maybe even more neutral. This is the IT Cosmetics. That was 2 pumps, and that I think is just going to be too much. But let's see how it goes when I'm blending it. I think I did put way too much on that as well, yeah, so let's try it, but it's quite a lot. Right off, as I'm kind of putting it onto my finger, it feels thinner, like the formula feels a bit thinner, but it's definitely more golden base, more yellow. It's not quite as neutral and pinky as the other one. So this is kind of strange because although it feels like a thinner, it feels a little bit more, I don't want to say watery, but the formula feels a bit lighter than the Chichi one. So let's go in and blend it and see how the coverage is. Yeah, if you guys can see that it pulls really yellow, but maybe the next shade might be a bit more neutral because this is very yellow. It's not terrible on me. The coverage is pretty good. This definitely looks more like my skin, so the color on this is good, but this coverage may be a bit better. It's always good to know because like a product can say fair, but you just don't know how that's gonna look. Okay, you definitely do not need much of this. Like I put way too much on my hand. Here's the predicament. I actually really like the IT Cosmetics CC cream. The formula feels really nice and light, but the coverage is really good. Like, check out that coverage. The match isn't perfect. It's really golden based for it being in the shade Fair. Obviously you can see the two shades are a bit different. Or can you? Yeah. The Chichi definitely pulls a little bit more neutral, more true to my skin tone, and the It CC Cream pulls more yellow, which isn't terrible. I can get away with it, but it's just not a perfect match, which isn't, it's not bad. I can like kind of even it out with like more of a red base bronzer, but I think I like the coverage on the It Cosmetics a little bit better. It definitely looks smoother around my pores and my nostrils. You guys can see there. It Cosmetics, I feel like it's done a really nice job at smoothing out my pores around my cheeks and around my nostrils there. And this is the Chichi Super CC Cream. So you can see that coverage, and that was 2 layers. That coverage isn't quite full on around the nostrils, and I feel like my pores are just ever slightly so more visible around my cheeks as well. The It Cosmetics CC Cream has really covered under my eyes quite well against the Chichi Super CC Cream. The finish of it is quite tacky. Like, I think you really do need a powder to set it. It does feel a little bit more heavy, like it kind of feels like foundation, which is not really what I want it to feel like. I want it to feel quite thin and weightless on my skin, but overall they have the same benefits. They're going to do the same thing, so anything that's different is really the shade, and the formula is just a little bit thicker on the on the Chichi side. So otherwise, it's not bad. I'm going to take a photo and see how they come out with flash photography, because they both have an SPF, so there's that risk of flashback. So let's have a look. So I'm going to finish by putting on my makeup, and we're going to see how it sets with powders and everything else. Right, I'm back with my full face on, and I'm going to zoom you guys in so you guys can really compare the sides. I've got the It CC Cream on the side and the Chichi Super CC Cream on the side. So let's just zoom in so you guys can have a look. Truthfully, I can't tell a huge difference. They both set the same. Like I said previously, the Chichi Super CC CC side feels a little bit more heavy, but I feel like it looks the same. Once I've got all my bronzer and my color on, both of the shades kind of blend in the same, even though they're significantly different. I feel like nothing's truly covered in terms of like my pores. I feel like my pores are still quite prominent on the side, but that could just be the highlight going in. I would say that the It Cosmetics CC Cream side smooths out my skin just a little bit more. The coverage is a little bit more full, and I feel like it's got a smoother finish, but truthfully the difference isn't that huge. So it's kind of like, it's a toss-up. If you're living in Australia and New Zealand, then the Chichi Super CC Cream is easier to get. If you're living in America, the It CC Cream by It Cosmetics is really easy to get as well. So if you're looking for an affordable dupe, depending on where you are, this is still accessible. Like I said, if you guys order within the next 7 days, 100% of the profit from the Chichi sales goes towards fire services to help out with the bushfires at the moment in Australia. Just use the code down below and also get some free shipping. It's a really sweet deal. I think I will insert a clip of the hold up on this CC Cream. I wore it the whole day today, and it really did hold up pretty well, so you guys can check out in the next video. Alright team, it is now 3:35 in the afternoon, and I put the It Cosmetics CC Cream on at about 9:30 this morning. So it's been on for a good while. Can we just see what's going on here? I had a look in the mirror before, and I feel like it's just holding up really nicely. Hasn't broken away anywhere. My skin feels quite dry, but then it is winter time. It's not usually dry, but I feel like the makeup doesn't feel dry, if that makes sense. Like, I've powdered it down and everything, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It feels quite light on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy, and I feel like it's just sitting really nicely and softly with the powder. It's not moving around or anything. In terms of, like, this is usually my problem area. up here around my nose. It usually starts to break away there and on my chin. I feel like it's holding up pretty well around my nose and on my cheeks. My cheeks feel and look significantly smoother than what they usually do with my other products, so I really like that. I feel like it's not accentuating anything, but then it's not really hiding anything either. I usually have these lines up here that's, I wouldn't say problem area, it's just part of me getting older, yippee. But it's not settling anywhere. I feel like it's just holding up quite nicely on my skin, and it's helping all my other products to stay on quite nicely too. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. What do we think, guys? Not bad. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, leave me some love and leave me some likes, leave me some comments. I'm all about hanging out with you guys. So thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.